everybody, what's up? It's your girl Flourish with Fleming, and I am so excited because this is my first YouTube video. Can I get a whoop 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 whoop? I'm sorry, that was a little lame. But anyways, yes, so today I am actually doing my first YouTube video, and I decided to just basically come on and just let you guys into who I really am. So as you know, my Instagram handle is Flourish with Fleming. My name is Quantika Fleming, and I am originally from Nashville, Tennessee. I moved to Georgia in, January of 2016. And I left everybody behind. All of my family is in Nashville. I literally had no one down here besides my boyfriend when I moved. I graduated with my bachelor's from Tennessee State University in 2011, and my major was health sciences. So my degree was nothing education related, okay? Growing up, my mom was in education. She's actually still in education. And because of that, when I was younger, I was just like, I want no parts. I don't want to be a teacher. I'm not going to do that. Everybody saw it in me, but for some reason, I just did not want to be in education like my mom. So yeah, I did want to be in education like my mom. So I just worked a bunch of odd jobs. The one consistent job that I did have was an after-school teacher. And that was at a Catholic school. My mom had was like a program manager for this Catholic school. And so it was easy money, and it went along with my school schedule. So I just did it. My love, I guess, for children came from seeing my mom actually in action when she became principal at Warner Enhanced Option School in Nashville, Tennessee. When I say watching her interact with not only the staff, but with those students, and y'all, I mean, it was some hardcore students. And this was an elementary school, but just seeing her interact with them, I was like, dang, I had a whole new respect for my mom. You know, I've watched her go through her education journey. Like when I was in first grade, she had started teaching, and I grew with her as she went through this journey. So watching her come from, at the time, 3 kids, going to school, becoming a teacher. First grade, she was first grade teacher through and through. First grade teacher, doing that for many years, gaining respect as an educator, became a reading specialist, went from reading specialist to AP positions, and then straight to principal. Like that, I don't want to cry, but that right there, that just really motivated me. Like, hey, Fleming, you got to get your life together. And let me not forget my dad. So growing up, my dad was incarcerated twice. So that really played a part in me wanting better for myself. My dad, he taught us so much. Like my mom, book smarts through and through, but my dad is the one that taught us street smarts. And without that knowledge, especially growing up where we grew up at, I really don't think we would have made it. So I have a major respect for him also, because he always did what he had to do for his family, and that's something that he instilled in me as well. Like, if you know me personally, you know I'm going to do whatever I have to do to make sure that my family is straight. So shout out to my dad. So I come from a very supportive family. Little known fact, I used to rap a long time ago. And so it's just like, no matter what my dreams were, my family, not even just my immediate family, but my family as a whole, they were just super behind me 100%. So when I moved here, of course, everybody was sad. I was leaving my life behind. I was leaving everything I knew behind. But I knew that I would have the support and encouragement from my family that I needed during that journey. So when I finally got down here, I wasn't into education. I moved here. I worked at CarMax Auto Finance, but while I was there, I was just like, you know what? No, this isn't for me. I'm not gonna do this. I was driving like an hour and a half almost to work every single day. So when I got the opportunity to transfer down closer to my home, I did that. And when I did that, I said, no, I'm going to get on track to become a teacher. So I would literally at work, I would literally research alternative ways to get into teaching. Just because I just knew that something inside of me needed to be with people like me. I needed to be around children that look like me. And I wanted to teach them and educate them. So through my research, I ended up finding the Clayton County TAP program. And the reason why I chose Clayton County's program, number one, it was free. I'm not even gonna lie, it was free. And the other programs, you know, they cost. And at the time, I didn't have the money to do that. So I researched, I found out what type of tests I needed to take. I went to the interest meeting, and yeah, I did everything that I needed to do. You can ask my boyfriend, shout out to him, because I literally drove him crazy. I was like, oh, I need to take this test. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. And with that persistence, eventually I was able to get into the program. Now, right when I had the interview, I had literally just given birth in October. I think my interview was in December. Yeah, my interview was in December. I gave birth in October. So this is me popping out a baby, you know, new mom, just like, oh, I have to make things shake for my daughter. So I went to the interview. I was nervous. I knew I messed up so many times, but I was able to get into the program. So once you get into the program, and I'll probably do another video on this later on down the line, they send you out on interviews, or different schools contact you to do an interview. So this is a funny story. So I interviewed with the school that I am at currently. And y'all, that interview, not even gonna lie, it was horrible. I was so unprepared. I could just tell that I did not make an impression on my principal. And she will tell you to this day, Fleming, I really had my doubts about you. And she will tell you that all day long. But I got the job. They called me back, and I was able to come in mid-year as first grade teacher. And boy, oh boy, was that a year. My first year teaching, it was wild. I got beat up quite a bit. Yeah, there was this one particular time where I was dealing with discipline issues, and I walked out of the classroom. I had to talk with my team. Like, I was in tears. When I get angry, I cry. So that's how I know that something was about to happen. I was like, I have to get out of this classroom, because, you know, I wasn't used to kids acting like that. And so my team allowed me a moment to just go outside and catch my breath. And no lie, I had my keys in my hand, and I was just like, I'm about to go. But something inside me was just like, girl, it's not you. Like, take yourself out of the situation. It's not you. So once I gathered myself, I came back in, my team prayed with me, and I got it done. And that particular child, I ended up just, like I said, I took myself out of it. And anytime that child would have an outburst, I would sit with that child. I would talk with that child. I built relationships with that child. And to this day, that's still my number one girl. So I ended the year on a better note than what I started. Because as I stated, I had no idea about what I was doing. You know, that was my first time actually being inside of the classroom. And those kids actually before me, they didn't have a specific teacher. They had maybe 3 or 4 long-term subs before me. So I looked at it as they didn't have consistency. They needed somebody stable, you know, to keep them on track. Once the school year ended, I literally had just set a goal for myself, and I just sat down and I wrote things out and I prayed about it, and I just told myself, homegirl, next year you have to get on the ball. Not saying that I wasn't on the ball, I just was a new teacher. This was a new experience for me, and I just knew that I had to be better because number one, I'm a perfectionist and I go hard in anything that I tie myself to. So I just told myself, like, next year's gonna be great. And baby, when I tell you I came out swinging, I came out swinging, okay? So mind you, in the midst of teaching, I am taking tap classes. So even with tap, I told myself, like, hey, they told us 2 years, or I'm gonna get out early. I'm gonna do what I have to do to get out early. And so as I was teaching, I started the year off actually at the beginning of the year versus the middle of the year. So I had that advantage. I already had an idea as to what I needed to do for my kids based off, what happened previously. So that year was a learning year for me and my team that I had. Y'all, I had the most amazing team, okay? Like, I love those ladies to the death of me because no matter what kind of questions I had, they always welcomed me with open arms. Like, there was no incidents to where I didn't feel welcomed. So that whole year was great. By the end of that year, so by the end of the school year, my principal was like, I'm gonna make you a leader. And I was just like, what? Like, what do you mean? And so she was like, I see great potential in you. Like, you're gonna do great. You're gonna be a leader. And I was just like, okay, Doc. She actually gave me the first grade math ambassador leadership position, as well as made me K through 2 math and science content lead for this past year. So boom, I was like, all right, I'm making strides. Okay, cool. Not only was I making strides at my school, I was actually making strides in the goal that I set for myself to complete the TAP program early. And I did. I completed it this past October, even though I had to wait to officially do our graduation this past May. I finished in October. So I was really happy about that. So because of my momentum and the things that I was doing inside of the classroom, my principal actually invited me to come along with her to the GLSEN conference. And I went with her, my academic coach, and another coworker. And we met up with different counties in Georgia. And y'all, that conference was everything. I soaked up so much knowledge. So here I am now going into my 4th academic year, and I am a grad student. I decided to go back to school to get a master's in educational leadership. And yeah, it's tough. But I'm loving what I'm doing so far, and I just really can't wait to really dig deeper into my purpose and walk in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's who I am, y'all. I'm a mom as well. I know you guys see my baby all over my Instagram, and it's crazy just really watching her grow with me through this journey. She'll tell you, I want to go to your classroom. Oh, was this stuff for your kids? And it's so cute. And she's part of my purpose, She's part of the reason why I do go so hard and why I do the things that I do, move the way that I move. My YouTube channel, it's basically going to incorporate everything that I am. I'm not just an educator. I'm a mom. I'm a daughter. I'm family oriented. I'm silly, and y'all will see a lot of that. But it's going to incorporate all of those things. So I really hope you guys enjoy the content that I post. If you have any questions about anything, any topics you want me to discuss, just let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section. And yeah, I can't wait to interact with you guys. And this is Flourish with Fleming, and I'm out. Peace.